Well, traditional coaching has a skills focus. What do you think we mean by a skills focus? It's about the actual execution of that technique. It's about swimming, not so much the athlete involved in the swimming. Okay? So poor coach-athlete relationship underpinned by, as it says there, poor communication. And when we talk about poor communication, we're talking about, I'm sure you guys would have seen them. Anyone seen those coaches that just tell their athletes what to do? Where there is no two-way communication, okay? Where there is no getting to know and understand an athlete outside of the context of the sport that you're actually coaching them in, okay? So this is the thing. This has been in business for years now. Like, I work with organisations where if the leader is not focused on the followers, because let's face it, if you don't have followers, or you don't have people that want to turn up intrinsically, your business is not going to go so well. Would you guys agree with that? Okay. Some businesses do it better than others. I work with some organisations where if the leader is not focused on their followers, they have opportunities to get 360 feedback on their performance. If it does not improve, that is a KPI, and those leaders no longer have jobs in that company. It is so important. It is so important. And it's no different to sport. Okay? It's just the same. Because at the end of the day, that last one there, if we fail to do these things, if we focus all of our attention and time on just trying to get the athlete to perfect their technique and neglect other challenges, we misunderstand their needs, we don't understand their limitations, we don't understand their abilities to a very high degree, and that creates massive issues which we'll see get played out. The skills focus neglects the key challenges we mentioned before, and to back this up, a study done in the Journal of Physical Education in 2005, 232 principals, this is in the States, reported 104 coaches dismissed during their tenure. I mean, we're hearing about this all the time, aren't we? If you think about the NRL, if you think about any of our professional sports in Australia, the critical role of the coach in terms of how that team performs. Some people would say the emphasis is too much on the coach, but it's a big job. It's a very important role. Poor relationships between the coach and the players. Another study, nearly 9,000 female students in what they call the Barriers 0708 NCAA. It's the governing body in the US for college sport. So why a career in college athletics was not in your future? More than 40% stated it's either due to a poor relationship with their current coach or their previous coach. So they just don't want to do sport anymore. What I find really interesting is when I watch sport played at the highest level, so you take the Olympics, the NRL, the AFL, it's really interesting when teams significantly underperform. Almost always there are emotional issues either within the team and the squad dynamics, or there are significant emotional issues between the coach and their athletes. In a study where high-level teenage athletes have suffered from burnout were interviewed, poor communication, the leading factor in burnout. So where we said before, a traditional focus in coaching leads to misunderstanding needs and limitations. If you don't understand the needs and limitations of your athletes, it's quite easy to push them too hard, to get them to do things that they're not comfortable doing. Okay? So this critical nature of understanding your athletes means that you don't have to get them to a point where they just had enough. It's all over. Because once they get to that point, it's really hard to get them back, isn't it?